What could a single gesture from a 9-year-old princess reveal about the future of the monarchy? During King Charles III's coronation, Princess Charlotte's calm yet bold actions captivated the nation and raised questions about her relationship with Queen Camilla. In a world where every royal gesture carries weight, her poised response became the focus of intense speculation. Was this a quiet act of defiance, an innocent mistake, or something deeper? And how does it shape the dynamics of the royal family moving forward? Let's uncover the story that left the world buzzing. The coronation was meant to be a historical spectacle, showcasing the royal family in all its glory. Westminster Abbey, bathed in the glow of golden sunlight, was filled with dignitaries, family members, and international leaders, all gathered to witness the crowning of King Charles III. Leading the procession, the Prince and Princess of Wales radiated elegance, their 3 children perfectly poised as they took their places. Among them, Princess Charlotte stood out, not just for her impeccable demeanor, but for what would later unfold. From the moment the royal family entered the Abbey, the air was heavy with expectation. It wasn't just about the grand occasion. There was an undercurrent of tension, subtle but palpable, between Queen Camilla and Catherine, the Princess of Wales. For seasoned observers, these moments offered glimpses into the intricate web of royal relationships. But what nobody expected was that Charlotte, the youngest member of the spotlighted group, would deliver the moment that left the country buzzing. The incident, though brief, spoke volumes. As the family made their way to their seats, Queen Camilla, in what appeared to be a moment of stress, turned toward Catherine. The exchange was subtle, a small gesture, a whispered remark. But lip readers and observers later pieced together what Camilla seemed to have said. "Take her," referring to Princess Charlotte, who had turned slightly in her seat to glance behind her. It seemed insignificant at first glance, but to those attuned to the intricacies of royal behavior, it was anything but. Catherine, ever composed, responded with her trademark grace. She didn't flinch, nor did she react outwardly to the apparent reprimand. Instead, she gently guided Charlotte's attention forward, ensuring the moment passed without disruption. However, the interaction had already been noticed, sparking murmurs among attendees and observers alike. It was Princess Charlotte's reaction, though, that truly captured attention. Unlike what one might expect from a child her age, there was no visible sign of distress or unease. Instead, she adjusted her posture, straightened her back, and, as if aware of the countless eyes upon her, turned to her mother with a calm whisper. Lip readers later speculated that she said, "It's fine, Mommy." A simple statement, yet one that spoke volumes about her maturity and understanding of the moment. This wasn't the first time such tensions had surfaced. Observers were quick to recall a similar moment during Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. Back then, a playful nudge from Prince George had caused Charlotte to shout briefly, drawing a sharp reprimand from Camilla toward Catherine. Once again, the incident seemed minor, but in the context of the monarchy where every interaction is scrutinized, it painted a picture of a complex family dynamic. As the coronation ceremony unfolded, Charlotte's composed demeanor became even more remarkable. When the time came for the family to perform their ceremonial bows, she executed hers with precision, acknowledging her grandfather, King Charles. But keen observers noticed something unusual. Her bow seemed to deliberately exclude Queen Camilla. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, yet enough to set tongues wagging. Was this an act of quiet defiance, or simply the actions of a child too young to grasp the weight of royal protocol? Theories began to swirl almost immediately. Some speculated that Charlotte's actions were unintentional, a mere coincidence in the grand choreography of the event. Others saw it as a calculated gesture, a reflection of underlying tensions within the family. Historians and royal commentators weighed in, pointing out that even the smallest actions in a royal setting can carry enormous significance. Charlotte's behavior during the coronation didn't just shine a light on the dynamics between Camilla and Catherine. It also showcased her remarkable poise and maturity. At an age when most children might shy away from such public scrutiny, Charlotte displayed a quiet confidence that belied her years. It wasn't just her composed response to Camilla's remark, it was the way she carried herself throughout the day, exuding a sense of responsibility far beyond her age. As the procession continued and the family settled into their roles, the incident seemed to fade into the background. Yet, for those who noticed, the moment lingered. It was a reminder that even within the carefully orchestrated world of the monarchy, there are unscripted moments that reveal deeper truths. In this case, it wasn't just about a fleeting exchange or a subtle bow. It was about a young princess making an impression that no one could ignore. What exactly did this moment reveal about the royal family? Was it a glimpse into the evolving dynamics between Queen Camilla and the Princess of Wales? Or was it simply a testament to Charlotte's growing presence within the monarchy? Whatever the case, it was clear that the coronation, while steeped in tradition, had become a stage for a new generation of royals to step into the spotlight. The coronation's grandeur continued, with every detail meticulously choreographed to showcase the royal family's unity. Yet beneath the surface of this historic event, questions about Queen Camilla's relationship with Princess Catherine and the younger royals began to ripple through the minds of observers. Princess Charlotte's poised reaction to what could have been an uncomfortable moment did not fade from public discussion. It only grew in significance as the hours passed. This wasn't the first time such tension had surfaced, and it certainly wasn't the first time Princess Charlotte had stepped into the spotlight as a young royal who could hold her own. Many recalled the poignant moments during Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, when the eyes of the nation were also on Charlotte. Her composed instruction to her older brother, Prince George, to bow had already demonstrated her awareness of royal protocol. But just as at the coronation, subtle tensions had surfaced then as well. The playful nudge from George and Charlotte's ensuing shout may have seemed innocuous, yet it drew a sharp remark from Camilla to Catherine, according to lip readers. It wasn't the incident itself that sparked curiosity, but the layers of complexity it revealed about family dynamics within the monarchy. At the coronation, these subtle undercurrents seemed to resurface. Observers, ever eager to interpret even the smallest of royal gestures, pointed to Camilla's expression and body language during her interaction with Catherine. To the untrained eye, it appeared like a minor scolding, a moment of stress during a monumental event. But for those who understood the intricacies of royal connections, it felt like something more. Was it a step-grandmother asserting authority? Or was it a reflection of the deeper, unspoken tensions between Camilla and Catherine? Meanwhile, Princess Charlotte's composed demeanor continued to capture the public's imagination. Even as speculation swirled about the nature of her whispered remark and her deliberate actions during the ceremonial bow, the focus began to shift to what this moment revealed about her character. This wasn't just a child responding to an awkward situation. It was a young royal navigating the weight of her role with extraordinary grace. She seemed to understand, even at her age, that every action, no matter how small, would be dissected and scrutinized by the public. Her ability to maintain composure was a testament not only to her upbringing, but also to her innate sense of responsibility. It was this very composure that sparked a media frenzy in the days following the coronation. Headlines across the globe dissected the moment, with royal commentators and body language experts offering their takes on what it all meant. Some framed it as a moment of quiet defiance, suggesting that Charlotte's deliberate bow to her grandfather and apparent omission of Queen Camilla carried a subtle yet powerful message. Others dismissed it as an innocent coincidence, the actions of a child too young to fully grasp the weight of royal protocol. But the public wasn't so easily convinced. Social media was flooded with opinions, theories, and debates about Charlotte's actions. For many, the incident symbolized a shift in the monarchy, a move away from rigid traditions and toward a more modern, individualistic approach. Princess Charlotte, despite her young age, was seen as a reflection of this change. Her poise, confidence, and ability to navigate the complexities of royal life resonated with a generation eager for a monarchy that felt more relatable and human. This perspective wasn't without its critics. Some argued that the scrutiny placed on Charlotte's actions was unfair, pointing out that she was, after all, just a child. Others saw it as a symptom of the monarchy's enduring challenges, with every gesture and interaction subject to endless interpretation and speculation. But regardless of the opinions, one thing was clear. Princess Charlotte had become a focal point in the evolving narrative of the royal family. For Queen Camilla, the incident presented its own set of challenges. As someone who had worked tirelessly to integrate into the royal family and build her public image, Moments like these threatened to undo years of effort. While Camilla had often been praised for her ability to connect with the public and adapt to her role as queen consort, the interactions with Catherine and Charlotte highlighted a potential area of friction within the family. Was it a momentary lapse in judgment, or did it reveal a deeper struggle to balance her authority with the complexities of her blended family? Catherine, as always, managed the situation with grace. Her ability to maintain composure under pressure was a reminder of her unwavering dedication to her role as the Princess of Wales. Yet the subtle tensions between her and Camilla did not go unnoticed. For those who have followed the royal family closely, these moments felt like a continuation of a narrative that has long been brewing, one that speaks to the challenges of navigating personal relationships within the confines of duty and tradition. As the day unfolded, Charlotte's actions remained a quiet but powerful statement. Her ability to respond to what could have been a destabilizing moment with such poise spoke volumes about her character. It also hinted at a future where she could play a pivotal role in shaping the public's perception of the royal family. After all, in an institution where every gesture carries meaning, her actions, intentional or not, had already left a lasting impression. But what did this moment truly signify? Was it a reflection of Charlotte's growing influence within the monarchy, or did it reveal the shifting dynamics between the queen consort and the younger generation of royals? Perhaps it was both. Whatever the case, it was clear that the coronation had become more than just a celebration of King Charles III's reign. It had become a stage for a new generation to step forward, with Princess Charlotte leading the way. As the sun began to set over Westminster Abbey, the events of the coronation seemed to settle into the tapestry of history. Yet, the subtle power dynamics revealed during the day lingered in the minds of those who had witnessed them. Among all the grandeur and tradition, one moment stood out, a quiet act of defiance, intentional or not, from Princess Charlotte. The question on everyone's mind was simple: what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? The ceremonial bow had been the defining moment for many. Charlotte's graceful acknowledgement of her grandfather, King Charles III, was impeccable, but her decision to withhold the same gesture from Queen Camilla sparked waves of speculation. Observers were quick to analyze her actions, pointing to her deliberate posture and the momentary pause before bowing. Lip readers claimed that Charlotte, leaning toward her mother, whispered a sentence that would soon become the talk of the nation: "I'll do it, but not for her." Whether true or not, the rumor captured the public's imagination and fueled debates about her intentions. For the royal family, small gestures like this carry immense weight. A bow, or the absence of one, is not just an act of respect, but a symbolic acknowledgement of one's place in the intricate hierarchy of the monarchy. For Charlotte to omit Camilla from her gesture, intentional or otherwise, was enough to stir conversations about the relationship between the younger royals and the queen consort. Did this act represent a fracture in their bond, or was it simply the innocence of a child unaware of the significance of her actions? Historical parallels were quick to emerge. Historians noted that moments of subtle defiance have often shaped public perceptions of the monarchy. From Princess Diana's candid interviews to Prince Harry's decision to step back from royal duties, the British royal family has long been a stage for acts of quiet rebellion. Yet, Charlotte's moment was different. It wasn't an interview or a public statement, but a fleeting gesture, a bow withheld, that carried profound meaning. For many, Charlotte's actions symbolized the emergence of a new generation of royals. Unlike their predecessors, who were often bound by strict traditions, younger royals like Charlotte and her siblings are growing up in a world where individuality is increasingly valued. Their every move is scrutinized, not just as representatives of the monarchy, but as individuals navigating a complex and evolving institution. The response from Queen Camilla, however, was equally telling. As Charlotte rose from her bow, Camilla's subtle gesture, a light pat on Charlotte's shoulder, seemed to be an attempt to bridge the gap. To those watching closely, it appeared as a quiet acknowledgement of the moment. But what did it signify? Was it an act of reassurance, a gesture of authority, or a subtle way to diffuse tension? The ambiguity only added to the intrigue. Camilla's journey to her role as queen consort has been anything but straightforward. From her early days as a divisive figure in the royal narrative to her current position as a key member of the family, she has faced challenges that few could endure. Her relationship with the younger generation of royals, particularly the children of the Prince and Princess of Wales, has always been a delicate balance. Moments like the one at the coronation highlight the complexity of her role, not just as a grandmotherly figure, but as a step-grandmother navigating a family deeply steeped in tradition. For Princess Charlotte, however, the moment seemed to mark a turning point. Her actions, whether intentional or not, demonstrated a level of maturity and awareness that set her apart. It wasn't just about her poise during the ceremony, but about the subtle way she seemed to navigate the expectations placed upon her. In the days following the coronation, the focus on Charlotte only grew. She became a symbol of a younger, more modern monarchy, one that could balance tradition with individuality. As media coverage intensified, so did public debates about the significance of the moment. Was Charlotte's withheld bow a reflection of deeper family dynamics, or was it simply the result of a young child being overwhelmed by the weight of the occasion? Theories ranged from the practical to the dramatic. Some suggested that Charlotte, guided by her mother's influence, was beginning to assert herself within the family hierarchy. Others saw it as an unintentional gesture, magnified by the context of the coronation. For Catherine, the Princess of Wales, the situation was yet another reminder of the complexities of her role. As a mother and a future queen, she has always walked a fine line between upholding royal tradition and allowing her children to grow into their individuality. Moments like these highlight the challenges she faces, particularly in navigating the public's expectations of her family. Yet Catherine's composed response during the coronation was a testament to her unwavering grace. She managed the situation with her characteristic poise, ensuring that the focus remained on the ceremony rather than the underlying tensions. Meanwhile, the relationship between Camilla and Charlotte became a subject of intense scrutiny. Royal commentators and insiders speculated on the bond between the queen consort and her step-grandchildren. While moments of warmth, such as Camilla's shared love of ballet with Charlotte, hinted at a cordial relationship, the incident at the coronation suggested that there may be more complexities at play. Was this a momentary lapse, or did it reveal a deeper dynamic between the two? For the monarchy, moments like these serve as a reminder of the challenges of balancing tradition with the realities of family life. The public's fascination with the royal family lies not just in their grandeur but in their humanity, the small unscripted moments that reveal the people behind the titles. Charlotte's actions at the coronation may have been brief, but they carried a significance that resonated far beyond the walls of Westminster Abbey. As the day came to an end, the nation's attention shifted from the grandeur of the coronation to the young princess who had quietly stolen the show. In an institution where every gesture is imbued with meaning, Charlotte's actions served as a powerful reminder of the evolving dynamics within the royal family. Whether deliberate or unintentional, her withheld bow became a symbol of a new era, one where tradition and individuality coexist in ways that continue to captivate the world. As the coronation day settled into history, the spotlight lingered not on King Charles III, but on the subtle, unscripted interactions that revealed the monarchy's evolving dynamics. At the heart of it all was Princess Charlotte, whose quiet defiance or perceived misstep continued to dominate headlines and conversations. But while much of the focus was on the young royal, the implications for Queen Camilla were just as significant. For Camilla, the coronation was supposed to solidify her position as queen consort, marking the culmination of years of effort to reshape her public image. Her journey had not been an easy one. From her early days as a controversial figure to her eventual acceptance within the royal family, Camilla had worked tirelessly to carve out her place in the monarchy. Yet, moments like the one with Charlotte at the coronation underscored the delicate balance she still had to maintain. Observers noted how Camilla had responded to the situation with a subtle but telling gesture, a light pat on Charlotte's shoulder as the young princess rose from her bow. To some, it was a grandmotherly act of reassurance. To others, it was a calculated move to diffuse a potentially awkward situation. Either way, the gesture added another layer of complexity to the public's perception of Camilla. Was she trying to bridge the generational gap, or was she asserting her authority as queen consort? The ambiguity of her actions only fueled further speculation. Behind closed doors, moments like these likely posed significant challenges for Camilla. Balancing her role as a step-grandmother to William and Catherine's children with her duties as queen consort required a level of finesse that few could fully appreciate. The incident at the coronation, while seemingly minor, highlighted the ongoing negotiation of roles and relationships within the royal family. For Camilla, who had spent years striving to build trust and camaraderie with her stepchildren and step-grandchildren, such moments carried significant weight. Meanwhile, Princess Charlotte's rising profile continued to captivate the public. In the days following the coronation, her actions became a symbol of a new generation of royals, one that could balance the weight of tradition with a touch of individuality. At just 9 years old, Charlotte had already demonstrated a remarkable understanding of her role, from her composed public appearances to her ability to navigate moments of tension with grace. But this wasn't just about poise and protocol. Charlotte's actions at the coronation reflected something deeper, a growing awareness of the expectations placed upon her as a member of the royal family. While her bow, or lack thereof, to Camilla might have been unintentional, the public's interpretation of the moment spoke to her influence. In an institution steeped in tradition, even the smallest gestures can carry profound meaning, and Charlotte seemed to understand this better than most her age. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, undoubtedly played a key role in shaping Charlotte's approach to royal life. Known for her steady hand and unwavering grace, Catherine had always emphasized the importance of kindness, humility, and responsibility in raising her children. Charlotte, with her blend of confidence and composure, seemed to embody these values. Yet as a mother, Catherine must have been acutely aware of the pressures her daughter faced. Moments like the coronation served as reminders of the fine line she had to walk, allowing her children to grow into their individuality while also preparing them for the weight of their royal roles. For Camilla, navigating her relationship with Charlotte and the other young royals was equally complex. While there were moments of warmth and connection, such as their shared love of ballet, there were also challenges that came with being a step-grandmother in a family bound by tradition. Camilla's efforts to connect with the younger generation of royals had often been praised, but the incident at the coronation hinted at a dynamic that was still evolving. Public reactions to the event reflected these complexities. While some sympathized with Camilla, acknowledging the difficulties of her role, others were quick to interpret her actions as a sign of tension within the family. The pat on Charlotte's shoulder, while seemingly innocuous, became a focal point for speculation. Did it signify an attempt to smooth over the moment, or was it an assertion of authority? The answer, like so much within the royal family, remained shrouded in ambiguity. As the days turned into weeks, the narrative began to shift. Charlotte's actions at the coronation were no longer viewed as a single, isolated moment, but as part of a broader story about the monarchy's future. Her poise and maturity were celebrated as signs of a younger generation that could bring a fresh perspective to the institution. At the same time, the incident highlighted the challenges of balancing tradition with modernity, a theme that had come to define the monarchy in recent years. Camilla, for her part, seemed to take the situation in stride. Her appearances in the weeks following the coronation showed no signs of unease. She continued to fulfill her duties with the same quiet determination that had defined her public persona for years. Yet, for those who had observed the events of the coronation, the moment with Charlotte remained a point of interest, a reminder of the delicate dynamics at play within the royal family. Charlotte, too, seemed unfazed by the attention. In public appearances following the coronation, she displayed the same confidence and charm that had endeared her to the nation. Whether interacting with fans, guiding her younger brother Louis, or performing her duties with quiet dignity, Charlotte proved time and again that she was more than capable of handling the pressures of royal life. Her ability to balance the weight of tradition with her own sense of self marked her as a young royal with immense potential. The coronation had been intended as a celebration of King Charles III's reign, but it had also become a stage for the next generation of royals to step forward. For Princess Charlotte, it was a moment that showcased her growing influence within the family and her ability to navigate the complexities of royal life with grace and confidence. For Queen Camilla, it was a reminder of the challenges and responsibilities that came with her role as a step-grandmother and queen consort. In the end, the moment between Charlotte and Camilla at the coronation became more than just a fleeting exchange. It symbolized the evolving dynamics within the royal family, reflecting both the tensions and the connections that define their relationships. And for those watching from afar, it served as a reminder that even in a world of tradition and protocol, the smallest gestures can carry the greatest significance. As the dust settled on the coronation, it became evident that Princess Charlotte had left an indelible mark on the day, one that would not be easily forgotten. What began as a seemingly minor moment, an incomplete bow, a whispered comment, had grown into a symbol of change within the royal family. Yet the true weight of this moment lay not just in what Charlotte did, but in what it revealed about the monarchy's future. For years, the royal family has walked a delicate line, balancing centuries of tradition with the demands of an ever-changing society. At the heart of this balancing act are the younger royals, who must navigate a world vastly different from the one their predecessors inherited. Princess Charlotte, poised and self-assured even at 9 years old, embodies this new generation. Her actions at the coronation, whether deliberate or innocent, spoke volumes about the evolving nature of royal life. To some, Charlotte's apparent omission of a bow to Queen Camilla was a quiet act of defiance, a child's way of asserting individuality within an institution defined by hierarchy and protocol. To others, it was an innocent mistake, magnified by the intense scrutiny that surrounds every royal gesture. But regardless of intent, the moment resonated with a public increasingly drawn to stories of authenticity and individuality. Charlotte's calm demeanor and her ability to carry herself with maturity in such a high-pressure setting only deepened the admiration for her. For Queen Camilla, the moment added another layer to the complexities of her role. As Queen Consort, Camilla has worked to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity, seeking to position herself as a unifying figure within the family. The coronation, however, underscored the challenges she faces in navigating her relationships with the younger generation of royals. Charlotte's actions, interpreted by many as a symbol of subtle resistance, brought these challenges into sharp focus. But if there was tension beneath the surface, it was tempered by moments of connection. Camilla's gentle pat on Charlotte's shoulder, though brief, hinted at an effort to maintain harmony within the family. Similarly, shared interests such as ballet offered glimpses of a bond that, while not without its complexities, carried the potential for warmth and understanding. In many ways, these small gestures reflected the ongoing negotiation of roles and relationships within the monarchy, a process that continues to evolve with each passing generation. Charlotte's role in this narrative, however, extends beyond her relationship with Camilla. As the middle child of the Prince and Princess of Wales, she occupies a unique position within the royal family. While her older brother, Prince George, is being groomed for his future role as king, Charlotte's path is less defined. Yet, it is precisely this ambiguity that allows her to carve out a space for herself, one that balances duty with a sense of individuality. Her actions at the coronation, whether intentional or not, suggested a young royal who is unafraid to make her presence felt, a trait that could serve her well as she navigates the complexities of royal life. Public fascination with Charlotte's actions at the coronation has only grown in the weeks since the event. Social media, ever the barometer of public sentiment, has been flooded with debates, memes, and tributes to the young princess. For some, her actions are a refreshing departure from the rigidity often associated with royal tradition. For others, they are a reminder of the challenges faced by a family under constant scrutiny. But for everyone, they are a testament to Charlotte's growing influence within the monarchy. As the youngest royals step into the spotlight, they are reshaping the public's perception of the monarchy. Charlotte, in particular, has become a symbol of this transformation. Her ability to balance the weight of tradition with her own sense of individuality resonates with a generation that values authenticity and relatability. Yet this newfound prominence also comes with its own set of challenges. As she grows older, Charlotte will undoubtedly face increased scrutiny, with every action, gesture, and word analyzed through the lens of public expectation. How she navigates these pressures will play a crucial role in shaping her future, and by extension, the future of the monarchy. For Catherine and William, moments like the coronation highlight the delicate balance they must maintain as parents. On one hand, they are raising their children to embrace their roles within the royal family, instilling in them a sense of duty and responsibility. On the other, they are keenly aware of the need to protect their children's individuality, ensuring they grow up with a sense of self that extends beyond their titles. Charlotte's actions at the coronation reflect this duality, a young princess who is as comfortable adhering to tradition as she is asserting her own identity. Queen Camilla, too, must navigate this evolving dynamic. As step-grandmother to the young royals, her role is one of both authority and connection. Moments like the one at the coronation serve as reminders of the complexities inherent in her position. Yet, they also underscore the potential for growth and understanding within the family. Camilla's efforts to connect with the younger generation, while not without their challenges, are an important part of the monarchy's ongoing evolution. In the end, the coronation of King Charles III will be remembered not just as a moment of historical significance, but as a turning point for the royal family. It was a day that highlighted the tensions and connections within the monarchy, revealing both the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. And at the heart of it all was Princess Charlotte, a young royal who, with a single gesture, managed to captivate a nation and spark a conversation about the future of the monarchy. As the royal family continues to evolve, moments like these will become increasingly significant. They serve as reminders of the humanity behind the crowns, the unscripted moments that reveal the people behind the titles. For Princess Charlotte, the coronation was just one chapter in what promises to be a remarkable story. Whether intentional or not, her actions spoke to a new era for the monarchy, one where tradition and individuality coexist in ways that continue to capture the world's imagination. With that, we have reached the end of today's video. If you have come that far with us, be sure to check out other videos on the channel.